Hello everyone. So today I'm gonna edit a couple of the Canon photo that I shot with Maya. I did the challenge, swap camera challenge with Erika the other day in San Francisco. So I'm just gonna do some editing process on how I edit the Canon 5D Mark III JPEG right out of the camera, and then just give you a feel on how I choose the tones that match my feed. So as you many have seen my feed, and my feed is kind of like brown tone in the more focus in the brown tone. So my edit is mostly toward the brown tone. So this is the original JPEG from the 5D Mark III 50mm f1.4. Sorry. So I first will use try the E5. So the E5 has nice like brown tone in it, and I just adjust the lighting a little bit, increase the contrast. I notice it's too bright on the face and in the back, so I reduce the exposure a little bit more, increase the sharpness, and then highlight save. So as far as the tone right now, it looks pretty good to me, and I will adjust the rotation a little bit, do 4:5 crop. So I'm doing the 4:5 cropping so that it makes sure that it's in the lower third area. So that's my first picture. Let me save it. And then next one. So this one, Maya was sitting on the table, and then I had the prism on the left hand side as well. So I will try the HB2 or E5 for this one. So I will reduce the exposure a little bit more, increase the contrast. Sorry, exposure reduce a little bit more, and I can see the skin still maybe too saturated. I reduce the saturated slightly, maybe 0.4 right now. Highlight save, and then I will crop it a little bit. So let me do the rotation a little bit first. So make sure that it's perpendicular to the ground for the vertical mark. And then I use the 4:5 crop for Instagram. If it's for Instagram story, I will just crop it like this. Leave a little bit more of the lower body for the Instagram story. So for the Instagram story, I use the 2:3 crop. So this looks pretty good to me, as well as the cropping and the position of the prism. I can just increase a little bit of the contrast. So that's it for this picture. And then next one. So I like the laugh, happy vibes in this one. So because it's similar to this one, I will just copy the edit and then paste it to see how it goes. Sometimes like this one is too dark to me. I will just increase the exposure a little bit more so that it has a little bit bright. And you can see on this side there's some white area in the corner. It's kind of like not clean when you see the edges with the white area. So I'm gonna just crop it slightly with it, and then rotate just slightly, make sure that it's balanced. So, and the skin tone still seems too saturated. I just reduce 0.4 more of the skin tone, and then save this one. So let me save it. Okay, so the next one, so this one is in the room with the vibes in it, like natural light. I want to try the E6 for this one. However, I need to brighten it up a little bit more, and then increase the sharpness, reduce the highlight, save, rotate slightly a little bit more so that it's perpendicular to the ground, make sure that the lines on the wall is aligned with the grid when you're cropping. So I make sure that the body is on the third area and the head is on the top third area, and then increase the contrast a little bit more so that it's nice. Saturation reduce a little bit. So if you don't like the green tone, you can just switch to the brown tone like this. So A4 has a nice brown tone overall, so I like the brown tone also. So if you don't like the green tone of the E6, just choose the brown tone. So this is my edit right here. So I saved it. Okay, now next one. So this one is similar to the previous one. So I'm just gonna copy the edit and then paste it to here. Let's see how it goes. So I can see the face is still too saturated to me. I will use the brown tone for this one so that it has a different tone set. The saturation is kind of weird. So I reduce the saturation a little bit more and keeping the brown tone. Still rotate slightly. So I like the table in the context, but because of the Instagram crop, you have to crop out the table a little bit. But I will use the 2x3 for now. So in case you want to use Instagram more for your own website use, you can just leave the table out. So I save this one. As you can see, the difference of the skin tone. It seems a little bit saturated to me when I apply the VSCO filter on the Canon photo. Maybe it's because the tone. I use the classic chrome in my Fujifilm. When I use the E5, it is nicely like I don't have to do the saturation because the classic chrome already desaturated a little bit. So this one I rotate, make sure that it's perpendicular to the ground, align the window a little bit, and I have the prism on the left hand side also. So I'm gonna just crop it, make sure that it's nice, leaving the rainbow a little bit on the left side. Increase the contrast. It might be a little bit more. Highlight safe a little bit. So that's it for this one, because I rotate it using E5. So this one I like the context in this one. I'm gonna use the square crop. If you like the horizontal crop, it's nice too, but I might use a square crop for this one. So there are a couple of the way to do it. So I use the E6, has a little bit slightly green tone in it. I like the film tone in this one. So I use the square crop for this one. So it's make sure that it's slightly on the third area of the the grid. So I'm gonna reduce the temperature a little bit so that it's whiter for the overall tone, because the nice natural light from the window. So I readjust the cropping slightly. So this is before and then this is after. So I can show you again the before and after. So the before tone is kind of yellow, after is kind of like the colder tone in it. So because the next couple one is similar, so I'm just do a copy and then paste the two of them together. And then after I paste it, I'm gonna adjust the rotation because I see the building a little bit tilted for this one. And then I'm gonna adjust the cropping, make sure that it's on the third area from the head, and then I can increase the contrast slightly, a little bit more. I can see the skin tone right now is pretty good, and you can try to reduce the skin tone slightly, but not too much. I don't want to look too pale for the model in this one. So, but overall, it should have a natural light tone in the back. So, and this one I posted the other day also. So that's the edit. I just need to adjust and then saved it. And this one, many people ask me how to edit this one also, so I'm just gonna edit again for this one. So I like the softness from the center. I use that 51.4, shooting at the 1.4 with the 5D Mark III. So I'm gonna use the soft tone E6 for this one. So I will use 6.5 5 to 6. You can use around 5 to 6 on this one, and apply half the filter on this one, and then reduce the I'm gonna reduce the exposure. The skin's still a little bit yellow, desaturate it slightly a little bit so that it's whiter looking, and then I will just crop it closer. So 4x5 crop, make sure that the head is in the center with space leaving on the left and right side. So, and then that's it. The right hand side I can see not enough space, so I just moved more space. Make sure the left and right side are balanced. So make sure the room from the left and right are balanced so that you can space out your feed in that way. So I edited this one. So, and then this one, I like the window with the color bokeh in the back also. So I'm gonna use E5 for this one, and then reduce exposure, increase the contrast. I can, so maybe that's the Canon color right there. I just need to adjust the saturation. Make sure the face is not too saturated in the face area. So because I'm very careful about the skin tone, so I just desaturate it a little bit so that it's looking more balanced in the face color. And that's it. After I crop, it looks like this, and then I saved it. And then this is the last one. So the last one is also bright color in it, so I will use the E6 for this one. E6, maybe 7 point something, and then reduce exposure, saturation, desaturate 0.5. You can do 0.5 or 0.6. So this has a general green tone in it. As I said before, if you don't like green tone, you like brown tone, you can use the E5. E5 has more faded mood in it. So E5 has more faded mood, and then all I need to do is just crop it back to 4x5 for Instagram. Make sure the head is nicely located on the left third area, and then that's it. That's all my edit today with the Canon JPEG photo. So this is how I edit Canon JPEG photo, and thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more video coming up. Bye.